Let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we're thinking about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. Try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. But we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body. Relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. Just allowing the body to fall into place. We begin to let go of attending to the outside world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are. No need to investigate. Constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Concentrating that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation that accompanies the in-breath and the out-breath in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Breathing naturally, normally, just noticing, giving ourselves the instruction to quickly notice when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind. And then, without judgment or frustration, to lift our awareness up from those distractions and to place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And when the mind feels more calm, we'll generate a broad and altruistic motivation for our time. So begin to reflect in your own life, even though you yourself have encountered the Buddha Dharma, still how difficult it is to uproot the delusions and think how many countless sentient beings don't even have that possibility. Being in a time and a place where no Buddha has taught, or having the kind of body or mind unable to comprehend the teachings, or simply not having genuine interest, being completely caught by the wish to be more powerful, more wealthy, of all of the sentient beings alive in all six realms. How many can apply themselves to a spiritual path? To feel a sense of gratitude that although we ourselves must still do the work, and there's nothing more challenging than genuinely transforming the mind. We do have everything necessary to engage in that process. So think on behalf of those who don't, those who need our enlightenment to be benefited, those with whom we have close karmic connection that will be able to benefit first. In order to be of benefit, we apply ourselves to learning and integrating this Lam Rim teaching, the teaching of the Buddha that shows in an unmistaken, clear way, step by step, reliably, repeatably, how to achieve this result. And simply, if we put in the effort, that result must come. With that motivation, we are in the section of the middle scope on the factors that influence the arising of delusion, which is a topic that many are familiar with. We covered the first of these six factors, the latencies, the karmic potentials in the mind. The second are objects. An object is anything outside of oneself. Other people, inanimate objects, situations, jobs, relationships. Think of all of the times in a day when you contact that which is outside of yourself, and you find it to be pleasant. And think how easily attachment arises in the mind. The wish to not be separated from that pleasant object, the view that one's happiness would be threatened by being separated from that object. The view that being in contact with that object is the definition of happiness. Think back over the past week. Get a sense of how often that drive is arising in the mind. And the flip side of that process are objects of aversion, things outside of ourselves that we label as unpleasant. And again, every time that we meet an object that's unpleasant, an aversion arises. We feel as though our happiness has already been threatened by being in contact, and that by remaining in contact, we would be necessarily unhappy. And a strong wish to be immediately separated from the object of aversion naturally, spontaneously arises. So think back day to day. How often is this occurring in your life? And think, what patterns can I observe in my life? What for me, are the strongest objects of attachment and aversion. And among those, are there some that I need to keep a respectful distance from because I keep getting trapped into these cycles of attachment, aversion, which can lead to anger? Just try to make a determination if you need to change your relationship to any of the most powerful objects of attachment or aversion. And for other objects of attachment or aversion, think, how in my life can I relate to them in a more balanced way? They appear to me to be made out of happiness or unhappiness. How can I argue against that view, see them holistically, recognize they have some benefit and some drawbacks? And then the next factor are the influences of the people around us. So reflect in your own life. How easily are you influenced by peer pressure? How easily do you adopt the values and priorities of other people in your social sphere, friends, family? And what qualities do you look for in the people that you surround yourself with? Do you seek out others with strong ethical discipline? Those who try to have a kind way of relating? Do they encourage your spiritual path or speak badly of it? Do you find yourself energized to engage in spirituality after being with them, or distracted? And thinking about your social circle in this way, try to make a determination if there are any conversations that need to be had, boundaries that need to be put into place, any changes so that you feel more supported. And think how you can seek out additional support. And reflecting on these 2 points, trying to recognize that there's an inner resilience that you are able to tap into, the courage to know what is right, even in the face of peer pressure, the ability to choose your reaction, even in the face of an object that normally would trigger strong aversion or attachment. And try to connect with that sense of inner resilience and be determined to return to it when things seem uncertain or difficult. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. Dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. I think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment, so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Ven.Losang life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.